Do you literally live the same day over and over and over again? Maybe your day looks like this, that you wake up in the morning super tired, you drag yourself out of bed, and then you go to work a job for 8 hours that you do not necessarily like or think that is very interesting to you. After that you come home, but you're so exhausted that all you do is just, okay, lay on the couch, maybe drink a beer, maybe drink some soft drink, whatever. And really there's like no real excitement in your life. Nothing is really like tempting, nothing is cool. But you remember maybe when you were young as a child, everything seemed interesting. There was new things to discover, dreams you had, things you wanted to do. You went outside, maybe in nature, played with your friends, whatever. But now all of this seems to be like gone. Your life looks maybe pretty lonely and also maybe pretty empty and boring. My name is Dennis and I'm building my business in sales right now because I want to live free and travel the world. Right now we are traveling through Latin America, Colombia. This is where we are right now. Here on YouTube I want to document everything, upsides, downsides, in between. If this sounds interesting, consider subscribing, and now continue with the video. So I remember up until like 4 or 5 months ago, until I moved to Colombia, literally I can't remember, there was like no joy in my life. My life was just boring. It was like always the same. It was monotonous, maybe that's the word. All I did was, okay, I worked, and I didn't allow myself any cool things to do. Like, okay, here and there, sometimes on the weekends I was like, okay, sit down with friends and eat something together, but not really like going somewhere, doing some cool adventures. No, because I said, okay, no, I have to wake up early the next day and do something. So my life was pretty boring. My life was only doing the same over and over and over again. Okay, so the first thing that we should consider if our life is super boring is to first of all get rid of the fear of spending money. Because I remember when I was like in this boring phase for the most of my years that I can think back, I was super afraid of spending money. This was because of course I was in a scarcity mindset of money. It's like, okay, I had not a lot of money. So it's like, okay, save. And I never wanted to do activities where I had to spend money. So I never wanted to go out in clubs or bars where I had to go to maybe buy drinks. I didn't want to go to a restaurant with friends or to somewhere where you eat something together with friends because you had to spend money, even though it was just 5 euros or 10 euros or whatever. The consequence, of course, there was no activity in my life. And second of all, nobody wanted to spend time with me. My life was not only boring, it was also pretty lonely. I would recommend you to like different bank account systems and have one bank account system for example, fun or for living. For example, let's call it just 10%, and there you save some money for those cool activities that you want to do. Thing number 2 to consider is to create a bucket list. What could be an example for this? I for myself wrote down traveling the world, skydiving, climbing Mount Everest, and participating in the Holi Festival, just to name a few. Because what this does is now you have like certain things, certain adventurous things you can use as, okay, maybe you can save up for this and like, okay, my life is super boring, but this is the thing that I want to do, so okay, now the work is a bit less demotivating, a bit less boring, because you're saving up for those events that you have in your life and you have cool stories to tell. Thing number 3 to consider is exchange boredom with excitement and fear. Usually when we are feeling scared and when we are feeling excited, we're not scared anymore. This is the goal, right? Now we're not bored anymore. And this is the goal. We don't want to feel bored in our life because we might have a boring life right now. Just consider things like, and ask yourself, okay, what is scary to you? What are things that excite you? Because usually when we are in the comfort zone all day, we go to work that is, okay, it's not really scary, but we don't like it. We come home, we just sleep, we just are on the couch and do nothing. This is easy, this is the comfort zone, and the comfort zone is obviously boring because there's no stepping out of the comfort zone, there's no excitement anymore. For example, what could you do? One thing that is probably very challenging and very scary for most people, public speaking. I think there's a club where I went, not often, but a few times, which is called Toastmasters, and this is basically like, I think, a community or like a club or something where you can go and when you can practice public speaking. Like everybody is there to improve their public speaking. They do some exercise where everybody has to go in front at some point and prepare a speech for them. And I think this is a great club where you can go. It excites you, it scares you maybe a little bit, and it's super beneficial for you in life because why? It improves your communication skills, and communication, I think in life in general, is everything for success. So I highly recommend this, public speaking. If you know any like other exciting things or scary things maybe that you can do, you can write them in the comments. Help each other out. Again, we want to exchange the boredom with something scary or something exciting, because usually we do not feel those emotions at the same time. Number 4 is make yourself more interesting, and you will probably attract more interesting things into your life. When your life is super boring, it is probably the case that you are boring as a person. It was for me at least the case. When I was, for example, the most lonely, the most bored in my life, it was because nobody texted me on my phone. I was really doing nothing. Nobody wanted to go out with me or do anything. Why? Because I was a pretty fucking boring person. I was a boring person who had really literally nothing going on in my life. Because if you think about it, like the cool kids, the kids that like have cool social skills, that have a cool life, whatever, in school, those people are not bored, right? Those people are things that like always have somebody that texts them, that always want to hang out with them, that are doing cool things. So why not, for example, challenge yourself with learning a new hobby or learning a new interesting skill. For example, what could it be? Language learning. Language learning is like a cool new skill, also a hobby. For me right now it is learning Spanish, and it has the upsides that you are, first of all, you have something cool to do. You have some ups and downs. It will be challenging for you, definitely. You will have phases when you think, okay, I will never ever learn this language. This is so hard. And at some point you will slowly see yourself improve if you look back after 6 months or 1 year or whatever. If you meet a person who is first of all learning the same language or is a native speaker in this language, it is magic. There's instant connection with this language, when you, even if you just speak some little words. Martial arts also challenges you. It is maybe scary also for you a bit, so there's a bit more excitement, and also in general it makes you more confident as a person. Number 5 is stop avoiding risk, because avoiding risk is basically like your golden ticket for boredom that has a very huge price tag. So basically, like, if you want to start a business, then fucking start a business. If you want, just fucking book the plane tickets to Thailand, to Italy, to Latin America, wherever you want to go. If you want to do it, then just go and start to talk to your crush in school, whatever you want to do. But because the thing is, in 100 years from now, we will all be dead. But what actually does matter, that we lived life, that we lived an exciting life, full of cool stories. At least this is what I want, because I think when we are living like a boring life where every day looks the same and there's no adventure, there are no cool stories, then it's literally like dying slowly but steadily, one day after the other. I think we don't want it. I think what we want is a cool and exciting life, so let's take some risk. Thanks for watching.